Do you want to know the real reason most parent entrepreneur courses fail? It's not the content. It's not the tech. And it's definitely not their teaching ability. It's what happens after they hit publish. Well, today I'm revealing the final 2 steps of the stable framework that turned my clients' Naptime recordings into a 6-figure empire. You're going to want to stay tuned.
Welcome to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur, where being a busy parent isn't your limitation. It is your superpower. Superpower. I'm Tracy Rittman, and this is not your typical hustle harder podcast. No. This is for busy parent entrepreneurs who refuse to choose between bedtime stories and business dreams. Every single episode delivers actionable strategies for turning your limited time into unlimited potential. From digital marketing and side hustles to online courses and passive income, we're here to help you build an empire between soccer practice and science projects. Because we Dark Horses, we do not wait for the perfect time, we create it.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? You know that feeling that you get when your kids finally master something that you've been trying to teach them forever, maybe even just for a few minutes. And I'm talking about that moment of pride, that moment of accomplishment for both of you. Well, today we're going to make sure that your course creates those same moments for your students and consistent profit for yourself. But before we dive into these game-changing final steps of our stable framework, let's quickly recap where we've been. We started with the story and solution mapping. This is where you learned how to turn your journey into your valuable content. Then we covered the target audience research. That's where we were discovering how to conduct research during those everyday parent moments. And in the last episode, we tackled action plan development and beta testing, turning your natural teaching style into your course structure. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the final 2 steps, and that is launch strategy design and evolve and enhance. These are what separate profitable courses from expensive hobbies. And let me tell you why they're crucial. Creating great content, that's just the beginning. Having a solid structure, well, that's essential. Together, those are like having a beautiful business with a giant neon sign for it stuck in your basement where nobody can see it. So, knowing how to get your course in front of the right people and then scaling it without sacrificing your family time, that's where the real magic happens. Let me share a quick story about a father or two who created this amazing course about woodworking. His content was rock solid, or maybe it was wood solid. His beta testers loved it, of all ages, but he was completely terrified of launching. I mean, when do you find time to market between baseball practice and science projects, right? Yeah. Well, using the exact steps that I'm about to share with you, he turned his carpool line time into his marketing machine. And I'm not kidding. He literally built his launch strategy during school pickup and school drop-off times. And within 60 days, he had generated $43,000 in sales, all while maintaining his family's busy schedule. And here's the best part. He didn't have to choose between being there for his kids and being a good dad and growing a business. In fact, his kids started calling him Entrepreneur Dad. They even started asking him questions about his business. Now, talk about a proud parent moment, yeah? You feel me? Okay, so let's get started with today's 2 letters, L and E. Let's dive into step L of the stable framework. Not loser, launch strategy design. And before you start thinking, oh great, another complicated launch strategy requires 12 hours a day on social media, let me stop you right there. Here's why I think most course launches fail. And this might surprise you, so stick with me. It's not because of the poor timing or bad marketing or poor content or a lousy presenter. It's because people try to follow some guru's perfect launch formula that was created by someone who doesn't have soccer practice, who doesn't have cheer competition or sleepovers or kids' birthday parties that they have to plan, all of which tend to throw an interrupting wrench into your Facebook lives. You feel me? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to what I call the Naptime Marketing Method. This is how parents are quietly launching 6-figure courses between diaper changes and dinner prep. And here's how it works. First, you're going to flip the traditional launch model right on its head. Heck, flip it over, tuck it underneath the desk, and forget about it. Instead of trying to find more time, we're going to be maximizing those time pockets we already have. This is how I keep telling you to do everything. For morning routine videos, well, let's record them while we're making breakfast. Email sequences, let's write them during some sports practice. Social media content, well, you can create that during bath time. The kids' bath time, not yours.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Sales calls, well, we can schedule those during nap time. Again, the kids' is nap time, not your nap time. Kind of hard to make. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And now let's talk the tech stack, because I know this is where a lot of you go, and start to freeze up. Here's my rule. If you can order groceries online while helping with homework, you have all the tech skills you're going to need. And to prove this, we're going to use what I call the toddler-proof tech stack. One simple landing page, one reliable email platform, one social media channel that you enjoy being on, very important, one payment processor. That's it. No fancy funnels needed, no tech stack nightmare or fear of never-ending Zapier links. Nope, none of that's included. Now, we've gone from time to tech. Now we have to tackle pricing, because this is where I see so many of my parents undervalue themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a quick reality check here. You already know how much time and energy you have saved other parents with your solutions, other people with your solutions, other entrepreneurs, whoever it is you serve. And that right there is what you're pricing. And I want you to think about three things as you're considering your price. Number one, what is the cost of the problem that you're solving? Number two, how much time are you saving them by solving this problem? And number three, what is that transformation worth? You got it? Now, take that number you got in your head right now. Maybe you got it written down. You're listening to me while you're taking notes, and multiply it by 2. Because I think you're probably thinking too small. Okay, now that you got a number, you multiply it by 2, right? Okay, now let me give you another spot where I think parents have another secret advantage. Selling without being salesy. Yeah, right? We all don't like the sleazy car salesman that we see on TV all the time. Or maybe some of us have experienced. You, me? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Think about how you convince your kids to eat their vegetables. You don't try to give them the hard sell and the nutritional value, do you? No, you make it relatable. You show why it matters, and then you lead by example. You do lead by example, right? Yeah, right. I was just telling a story of a person who was interviewing me for their podcast just a couple of days ago about my mom and dad, and they smoked. And they would literally sit there, cigarette in hand, puffing away, and then tell me not to smoke. I couldn't do that. And I smoked when my first daughter was born, and when she was about, 18 months, maybe 2 years old, she came out of my bedroom, cigarette in hand, pretending. Now, she wasn't actually smoking. She was actually pretending to smoke. And she said, "Look, I'm daddy. I put my cigarettes down and I never smoked again." You need to lead by example, ladies and gentlemen, for your kids and for your students. And that's exactly how we're going to sell that course, not by smoking. Okay. We're going to share real results, like showing that your kids have clean plates or clean rooms or your finances are all in order. We're going to tell authentic stories like your transformation that you're seeing, maybe the transformations of some other people you've helped, like I try to do here. We're going to demonstrate quick wins, like that first bite that your kid finally took of that stuff that they never wanted to try. And we're going to celebrate small victories, like trying something new, or picking up that first toy, or the first time that they cleaned their room by themselves. What? That's probably a big victory. Let me give you an example. Remember Sarah, our meal planning mom that we've talked about a couple of times? She didn't do any high pressure sales tactics. Instead, she shared her real dinner meal prep videos. Yeah, just her making videos, kids interrupting, dog running by, husband stealing little bites out of the, all of it. It was in there. She even showed how she meal planned during sports practice, and she got real about the fact that they had frozen pizza nights. It's okay. Work it into the plan. No problem. What was her result, you may ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. Her audience trusted her because she was authentic. They bought from her because she was real. And they got results because she taught from experience. Look, the key here, and this is important, so lean into me. Whatever you're doing, come back to me. The key here is to launch your course the same way as you parent, with authenticity, with flexibility, and a whole lot of heart. Okay? Now, this is where the moment we've reached the final E in our stable framework, evolve and enhance. And this, my dark horse friends and family, is another place where the magic really starts to happen. Insert magic sound here, okay? This is how we turn your nap time hustle into a legacy business. And let me drop you a little bit of a truth bomb here. Growing your course doesn't mean growing your working hours. In fact, I will tell you, if you're working more as your scale, you're doing it wrong. Stop. Don't. Let me say that again, because this is crucial for all of us parents, all of us busy entrepreneurs. Scaling up does not mean sacrificing your family time.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And for that, let me talk about what I call the bedtime story system for sustainable growth. First, building community. Think about how you run your household. You don't do everything yourself, do you? And if you do, let's have a chat, okay? I mean, your kids have chores. Maybe your partner handles certain tasks around the home, right? Outside or inside. Your course community should work the same way. You want to create student success partners in your community. You want to develop community moderators that aren't always you, and you want to enable peer-to-peer support, okay? You drew them into the community in the first place. They're the same somewhere on the level where they're needing your help through your course. And then you're going to schedule group coaching during your power hours where you're at your peak, okay? And we've talked about power hours before, so I'm not going to go into that all over again. Again, trying to keep these short for you, just like I want you to keep your course content short. Let's talk about automation, or what I call your digital babysitter. You're going to create welcome sequences that nurture, and they can do all that nurturing while you're out there during sports practice, while you're taking kids to the park. You're going to create content that drips and teaches while you're making dinner, while you're watching a movie with your kids. You know, that one movie you've watched 50 times already? Yeah, your content's going to keep dripping. You're going to have payment systems that process while you're sleeping, and they're also going to do it while you're awake. And you're going to have support systems and workflows that solve problems while you're at the park, while you're driving to school, while you're driving home, or while you're just being you, just hanging out with your spouse, okay? Now, here's where many of my course creators get stuck. They try to be everything to everyone. We tried it here at the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast when we first launched 5 years ago now. Wow, 5 years ago. This is episode 499. The next one is episode 500. 5 years ago, 100 episodes a year, we're rocking it. But we first started with all the entrepreneurs out there. Okay, that wasn't everybody. It was certainly a pretty big pool. And then a couple of years later, we narrowed down to just our online entrepreneurs. A little more niche, but still a pretty big pool. And here, over the past couple of years, we decided to focus on you, our parent entrepreneurs. Yeah, does it sound familiar? You can't talk to everyone all the time. You got to talk to your core audience. So let's use what I call the playground principle. Let's set clear boundaries, just like the playground has rules, and obviously there's boundaries of the playground. You want to create safe spaces for exploration. You guys stay here. You're safe right here. Don't go over into those woods and stay away from the pool unless I'm there. You feel me? Okay. You want to enable peer support. How many times have we seen it? We let our kids go on the playground. We're sitting there watching them. They're like, how do I do this? And some kid comes over and helps them. Kids helping kids. And then you step in where it's truly needed in your community. Let me share a ninja trick that one of my clients uses. She runs her entire course community during her kids' homework time. Yeah, while they're doing social studies or math or history, she's doing quick check-ins on her group, on her community. While they're reading, she's recording quick update videos. 2 hours max. There you go. Boom. Mic drop. Now, let's future-proof your course here while we're talking about it. And this isn't about making money just today. Well, that's important, but it's about building something that lasts. So here's my legacy launch strategy. 4 steps. Number 1, record core content that is timeless. You want to have core content that is evergreen. It's just going to be out there. You're never going to have to touch it again unless there's some significant change in the ecosphere out there. You feel me? Okay. Number 2, you're going to create update modules for trending topics. I don't care what it is you're teaching. There are going to be topics that are trending that go in and out. Those ones you're going to create update modules for them. Okay. So you got your core content and you got your updates for trending topics. And this brings people back into your lessons over and over and over again, which reminds them to go into your community. Number 3, build systems that can run without you. We talked about automation just a minute ago, so go back and recheck that. And then number 4, document everything like it's your prized family recipe. That way, when you're ready to hand it off to someone else to do it for you, they already have the documentation. You can hand them the documentation and reference it. Makes the training a whole lot easier. And when it comes time to sell, should you choose to, well, there you have that too.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is about more than just course creation. This is about building something your kids and you can be proud of. Maybe even something they might consider taking over one day and making it even better than you ever imagined. Think about it. Every time that you improve your course, every time that you help another person out there, every time that you scale your impact without sacrificing your family time, you're showing your kids what's possible. You're teaching them that they don't have to choose between family or dreams. Yeah. One of my clients actually told me recently that her daughter asked her, "Mom, can I create a course about rainbow loom bracelets?" I don't know what they are, but that's the kind of legacy you would be building here, right? Not just successful courses, but tiny little entrepreneurial minds that pass down through generations. Yeah? Okay. Now, that brings us to my favorite part of the podcast, the Whiskered Wisdom section. This is where I give you that one actionable tip that you can implement right now to start seeing results. So here's your Whiskered Wisdom tip for today. Take out your phone. Yep, that's right. I keep doing this one here recently, but go ahead, grab your phone right now. Get it. I'll wait. You got it? Okay, good. Now open your calendar and block out 20 minutes for tomorrow. Not 20 minutes for next week, not 20 minutes next month, not 20 minutes when there's no football practice or no cheer practice or not when the kids are older. 20 minutes tomorrow. And during those 20 minutes, here's what I want you to do. Here's what you want to do for yourself. I want you to record a simple video of yourself explaining your course's biggest transformation. Yeah. And you want to explain this as if you're talking to your friends, sitting across the desk, sitting across the table, sipping your favorite beverage, having a coffee, having a beer, whatever it is you guys enjoy together. And you know the kind of conversation I'm talking about here? We're talking about that conversation where you're like, "Oh my God, you won't believe what's possible." That kind of conversation. That's how you want to record it. Don't script it. Don't edit it. Heck, don't even worry about if your dog or the kids walk in asking for a snack. And if your dog asks for a snack, please reach out to me, darkhorseschooling.com. I'd like to know how you train them to do that. But if they actually do that, it's really better. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, this raw, real video will probably become your most powerful marketing tool. Why? Let me tell you. Because authenticity sells better than perfection every single day, every single time. Think about it. When was the last time you, maybe your kid, was inspired by that perfect polished presentation, right? Probably not. You're moved and they're moved by raw, real, authentic excitement. Yeah? That kind of excitement that only comes out when you're sharing something that you truly believe in. So I want this to be your permission slip to be perfectly imperfect, because that is exactly what your future student needs to see. That's exactly what your kids need to see. All right. So my Dark Horse friends and family, let's quickly recap the powerful journey that we've just been on together over the course of the past 3 episodes. We've broken down the entire stable framework for course creation, STABLE. Okay. This is all designed specifically for my busy parents, just like you. And if you're not a parent, it still works for you, because you're probably busy as well. We started with story and solution mapping and target audience research in episode 497. That's where we discovered how your daily parent moments are actually valuable course content. You can catch that episode at darkhorseschooling.com/EP497. And again, all these links will be down in the show notes, so you don't have to try and type them up, or just click the links on the show notes. Then in episode 498, we dove into action plan development and beta testing, where we are turning your natural teaching style into course content. And if you missed that one, again, darkhorseschooling.com/EP498, link down in the show notes. And today, obviously, you're still here. We wrapped up with the launch strategy design and evolve and enhance, showing you how to turn your course into a sustainable, profitable empire, all without sacrificing your family time. Now, if you are ready to implement these strategies and stay ahead of the digital marketing curve, there's something I need you to do right now. You need to join the Dark Horse Insider. That's my free newsletter where I share the latest digital marketing strategies designed specifically for busy parent entrepreneurs, busy entrepreneurs in general, but I focus on my parents out there. And to do that, head on over to darkhorseinsider.com. Again, link down in the show notes. And each week you'll be getting actionable tips, advice, news, and proven frameworks to help you build your course empire, or any digital empire, between breakfast chaos and bedtime stories. You know, they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Well, I just led you to a stable full of proven strategies. That was my dad joke for today. And the rest is up to you. Until next time, think successfully and take action.
Hey, my Dark Horse entrepreneurs, thanks for investing your precious time with us today. I know that between soccer practice and bedtime stories, every single minute counts. And that's exactly why I created the Dark Horse Insider, your weekly dose of digital marketing strategies, all designed specifically for my busy entrepreneurs, especially my busy parent entrepreneurs. If you're ready to turn those small buckets of time into profitable momentum, head on over to darkhorseinsider.com, darkhorseinsider.com, and join our free newsletter. Because we Dark Horses do not just run the race, we change how the race is won. Until next time, think successfully and take action. darkhorseinsider.com.